Hi everyone, I'm Lisa from Down to Earth Gardening and Design. Welcome and thank you for joining me today. Today's video is on Winterberry, which I consider to be a triple threat, or not a threat, triple winner. So I'm just going to show you what I've got here. I'm getting ready to plant this in our wetland area. And this is really high on the list for winter interests, and it is really difficult for us in the colder climates to find things that really pop in the winter. So this is definitely like one of the top winter interest shrubs here. So when I say triple winner, the reasons are, one, it is a wonderful native plant. It grows all along the eastern coastline. So typically you'll see it in zones 3 through 9, and again I'm in 6A here in Northeast Connecticut. So when shrubs and plants grow natively, that is a heads up that if we use them in our own yards, gardens, or whatnot, they're going to be pretty low maintenance for us because they're well suited or adapted to the natural conditions and environment. So I always talk about planting the right plant in the right spot. And so if you do that with your native plants and the Winterberry that we're talking about today, then it's going to be extremely low maintenance. So that's number one big win. Number two is that this is going to be food for the birds and the wildlife. So we do love that. They're going to be looking for these beautiful red berries for food when food is pretty scarce. So number three is, of course, its beauty. What a pop of color in the winter. So the Winterberry that I have here today have red berries, but they do also come in shades of orange and yellow, but traditionally red. So beautiful pop of color in the garden, and you can see them natively too. They're beautiful along the roadsides. But also florists, if you're a floral designer, they really do love them for winter arrangements and especially winter containers, wreaths and whatnot. So three big wins right there. But just a little bit about the Winterberry and where I'm going to plant it today. So Winterberry typically grows anywhere. There's varieties that grow from 3 feet tall to 15 feet tall. So I tend to look for the more compact varieties like this one here, which is called Red Sprite. And this one here will get 3 to 5 feet tall. So they are a deciduous shrub. They have these green elliptical leaves, and they're going to lose their leaves in the winter, which is fine because I feel like it makes it easier to see the beautiful red berries. So I'm fine with that. The next thing about Winterberry is the conditions and the soil that it needs to be successful in. So natively you'll often see it in meadows where it's a little swampy, wetlands, along the banks of a pond or stream, because it does like a lot of moisture. So if you're going to plant it in a spot that it's really going to love, wetland garden, rain garden would be a perfect spot. And we have some wetlands behind us that we're trying to plant, which I'm going to talk some more about. It does like full to part sun, and for soil, it does like acidic soil. So we are going to be planting it with some compost, but you could use peat moss, would be a really great amendment for the Winterberry. So the most important thing about planting Winterberry is that you need a male along with your females. So you need the male, which I have here to the left of me, as the pollinator or to cross-pollinate the females. So it's really important when you select your male for your females because you kind of have to match them up. And so you can get some help at your local nursery doing that. It should say on the tag, you know, first it'll identify if it's a male or female, and then tell you which go together. So if you're selecting these yourself, you're going to want to do some research, and the hot tip on that is they have to flower at the same time. So they have to be companions, male and female, that flower at the same time. So they're both going to get flowers in the late spring, but the flowers will look a little bit different depending on if it's a male or female. And then the female is what's going to give you the berries. So generally you will need one male per, I would say conservatively, 4 to 5 females. Some people will say you can plant 10 females to 1 male, but I'm a little more conservative because I really like things to be easy and successful for me. And you should plant them within 40 to 50 feet maximum of each other. I, again, like to be conservative, so I'm going to plant 3 females to 1 male in about a span of 20 feet. So I'm really excited to be out here today, and I do want to give you a view of this pond because right now when I'm filming it and planting these, it's fall and the foliage is beautiful, and also we have an eagle that has been flying around, so I was kind of hoping that you could catch a glimpse of that. So if the camera jerks around, it's because there's something interesting going on that we want you to see. But we have this little lot down by the water that we're just using, you know, to launch our kayaks, paddle boards, and to come and sit down here with friends and family to enjoy the pond. But we are really trying to protect this area because we do have some wetlands here. And you can see where it's bordered with some stone. And we're just really trying to keep it natural, you know, for the pond life and the birds and the environment. But we're slowly planting some different native plants in here, and we're doing that, of course, for interest in wildlife, but also to help crowd out the undesirables or the invasive plants. So slowly we're planting things, and this is really the first plant that we've added or going to be adding to this area here. So I'm just going to give you a minute to look around. Okay, so we're just about ready to get planting here, and we'll show you some little clips of us planting and the finished result. And then I'm also going to try to get some clips of the Winterberry growing natively in our area. And I have some other clients that have them in their yard just so you can see some different ideas. We do also use them for foundation plantings or low hedges, but again, if you're going to do that, you're going to have to make sure that you'll water them frequently. So this again is red Sprite, and this is the female plant. And I've got the male here, which is Jim Dandy. I selected this red Sprite because it's pretty hardy in our area, and also I really like the height of it for where I'm planting it because 3 to 5 feet is really perfect for this area. We do like to sit down here, so I don't want anything taller, and like I said, they can get up to about 15 feet. So we're really trying to preserve the view here. So those are my picks. If this works out well, I may be trying Winter Gold, which is a golden berry variety, which is about 3 to 6 feet, so a little bit taller. And then its pollinator is Southern Gentleman. So that's kind of on my wish list there that I wanted to tell you about. So again, thank you so much for viewing our videos and joining us. I hope that we give you some great tips and that you'll subscribe to our future gardening videos and have some fun with us.